Benjamin Kahanovitz, studied first degree at UCT Chemical Engineering and then did a postgrad master's in financial engineering also at UCT. My role in RMB is currently a graduate. I'm supporting the structuring and BRM desk, which is basically the XVA desk. So on a day-to-day basis, a lot of it is running processes. I usually get in the morning at about 7:15, and the next hour and a half, 2 hours will be me running processes for the desks. So making sure that if it's CVA is up to date, making sure that the P&L has been done correctly. And then some of these processes, probably at about half an hour intervals, I run them midday and then end of day. So obviously being a junior on big, complex desks like this, they'll start you off in a place where it's upkeep. Started off with just that. Been in this role now for about 3 months, and over the course there you get more responsibility. So now I moved on to kind of some more the middle office functions, the back work for a lot of these trades, booking them, checking risk on the trades, interacting with other traders and making sure that the risk and P&L is intact there. Building a lot of models and spreadsheets, which is probably the thing that I find the most entertaining. A lot of your own input, which is a really, really enjoyable thing. The main reason that I pivoted from more engineering background to a finance background would be that I felt I could make the most difference and have the greatest impact on the country from the position that I'm in right now. From my perspective, looking into what do I want to do in the future, how do I want to make an impact, I thought if I get involved in not choosing, but deciding what are good uses of capital and what are bad uses of capital, one will contribute to the financial well-being of a country. And then obviously make sure that I think it's going towards causes that benefit the country long-term, which is probably one of the main reasons why I chose specifically to work at FirstRand. They've got an incredible motivation, an incredible mandate to make the country better. In results, obviously, make the bank money. The biggest highlight that I get every single day is when I can solve a problem specifically for traders. So I've been put on a few quite big projects, if it's consolidation projects for other things, if it's rejigging systems, and making a process simpler, more accurate, and being able to deliver that to kind of ahead of my desk with my own input, be able to explain to them, well, this is what I thought for this factor, and this is why maybe this made a bit more sense, are the highlights of my days. And every single day I get to do that. Every day there's an interesting problem to solve, which is a really, really cool thing. So firstly, as to why I decided to do a master's afterwards, I'd had a bit of a tip-off about this master's specifically from people within the bank, from people in the broader financial industry, and I know people who've gone through this process before. So why specifically this master's? For those reasons. Incredibly highly reputable. I knew it was very, very difficult. I know that the standard of lecturing is world-renowned and unbelievable. So all of those reasons specifically for financial engineering, why I decided to do that straight after doing my first degree in engineering, would be because once I was in work, I knew that I was going to enjoy it. I knew that I was going to enjoy getting stuck into it, and I didn't ever want to feel like my first degree in engineering was a limiting factor. I knew that if I had this behind me, I could get properly stuck into work for the first 5 years before I had to start, if it's worrying about other certificates or CFAs or CQFs or those kind of things. One of the better decisions, if not the best decision I think I've made, definitely when it comes to studies and work. The transition from university to work is an interesting thing. The stuff that's difficult in academia is you've got hard problems to solve from a technical perspective. It's the maths isn't making sense, or the stats you're doing you can't perfectly understand that. You've got difficult tests to write. In the working world, it's a lot more, do I have buy-in from enough people? Problems that you deal with are operational or like administrative, or damn, we're breaching a limit on something. The problems at work are a lot of the times, at least half of the times, I don't want to say people problems, but problems that aren't to do with, we don't understand the maths yet. Everyone over here understands the maths and can do it from that. The people you work with are of an incredibly high standard. Everyone's very, very keen to help. A lot of very, very senior, successful people have come through it. They trust their grads. They give them quality responsibility. So from that perspective, I've loved it. Definitely one of the biggest surprises is how much responsibility you're given off the bat. People give you more than enough support structure, and they're very, very happy to show you something however many times it takes to get you there. Very, very quickly, it's, oh no, I've shown Ben how to do this. He's demonstrated that he can do this. I now trust him to do this process. So that's been an incredible surprise. I guess the two big hobbies that I have outside of this are music and gym. From a social perspective, I love spending time with people, playing paddle, going to Bryce, watching sport, that kind of stuff.